left the seminary, left for the seminary in 1964 at the ripe old age of 16. At least I thought I was mature. One of the things my grandfather told me was, "Boy, don't shame me and don't shame the race." Well, I hope, indeed it's my profound hope, that rather than by writing this book bringing shame upon my grandparents, I have instead brought honor to them. I hope that if they had an opportunity to hear this on tape or someone to read it to them, that they would see that it is almost a memorial to them, as I hope the rest of my life is to them. And all the wonderful people who played a role in my life and gave me guidance. People like Miss Beck, who lived behind us, Miss Mariah, who lived next door, Cousin Hattie, who lived out in the country, and all the neighbors and nuns who were there for us, the nuns who told us that we were equal to everyone else, that God made us all the same, relatives who said, "Boy, get your education. Once you get it here, nobody can take it away, and you can think for yourself." Well, that's all good, but sitting alone hour after hour during this writing process, I often wondered why I was consuming the present, writing about the past. There were many hours when I just sat there, humbled by my labors and tired from constantly being alone and writing about things I found difficult. I wanted to just let it go. I wanted to know why I was reawakening old hurts and opening up old wounds, and why I was still suffering by doing so. But through it all, I had the sense that those who had gone before me, my neighbors, my grandparents, my cousins, the nuns, that those good people were all crying out to me, "Remember us. Remember what we told you. Tell others how we raised you and how we taught you how to live. Tell others the values that we gave you. Tell others how we told you to be good and how we told you to be positive. Remember us." I also thought of the countless people whom I've met across this country over the past 2 decades. People who had their own problems and people who were suffering and who asked me in so many different ways to tell me how I grew up. They've heard the stories, but they wanted to know, did you feel disappointed? As one little girl asked me about a decade ago, did you ever feel like giving up? Did you ever feel like quitting? Did you ever just simply want to say, "I can't take it anymore"? That's from the mouth of a middle schooler. Of course I felt like giving up 1,000 times a day. But they were reaching out. It was as though they were saying to me too, "Remember us." We need to hear that story. The kids from Horatio, Algiers, kids who are living under bridges and living in old abandoned cars, but get up every day and go to school and try to do well. They say, "Remember us." We need to hear that story. I can tell you that I've done my honest best to remember them all and to remember each of you, even though I haven't met you individually. I've tried to be honest about the struggles along life's paths. I've tried to be honest about the struggles that affect each of our lives in one way or another. And we know we all have or have had struggles. And it is my sincere hope that by reading about my life, a book that recounts my life, the life of an ordinary man to whom extraordinary things have happened, that maybe someone in this audience, maybe one of these young people will find hope. In the end, which of us in this room, who among us, can live and get up every day without hope? Is there anybody who gets up and does his or her best and starts the day hopeless? So this book, in the end, it's my hope that it provides hope. So I would like to, again, thank you all for coming out. I hope to spend time responding to your questions and talking about the things you're interested in, whether it's about the court or about the book, and then spending time later on for those who want me to sign the books that they have. Those who don't want to stand in line, of course, I've signed many, many book plates that can be put in those books. But I just want to thank each of you for being here this evening and for making it such a wonderful evening, and hopefully I'll have an opportunity to respond to your questions. Thank you.